I'm going to give you a little bit of background on our young explorers before presenting the three who are here this morning to share their stories of their projects with you. These are some of the young explorers whom we've funded in the field. To date, we've just awarded, within the last week, about 6 more Young Explorer grants. So we're up to 117 grants at over $500,000 in the past 4 years, which we're really excited about. The grants, as John mentioned, they support all of the research, conservation, and exploration funded disciplines, which you see up there. Most of our young explorers, 75%, do come from the United States, but we have young explorers that we've funded from Africa, Europe, South America, Asia, and the Pacific, and we're hoping to further internationalize our reach. And we actually have seen a nice amount of coverage of our young explorers in our media. So they have been featured in our magazines, on our web, on television. They actually were featured in interstitials during our channel's Expedition Week, and we expect that they will be again this coming spring. They've lectured at National Geographic, and they're doing a great job basically of communicating, and we love to have the young faces also representing what National Geographic is all about. And we basically have supported young explorers carrying out field work in nearly 50 countries around the world. So they're getting out there and they're producing great results, including scientific publications as well. And I'm just gonna give you a little bit more of a sampling of the range of projects that we funded. Catherine Barbosa Marquez looked at the habitat use of insectivorous bats in Bolivia. Joe Rees was working here on this continent, he was documenting with time-lapse the Pronghorn Passage in Wyoming in order to help establish wildlife corridors there, and he was working on that for about a year. Sarah McNeil Landry kite skied with her brother and one other young explorer, all of whom have grown up in Baffin Island. They kite skied the Greenland ice cap north to south to bring attention to climate change to their age group, their peers. Danwei Huang looked at the biogeography of the Favidae family of hard corals in the Indo-Pacific. Whoops. And Vardan Pantakar looked at the status and distribution of coconut crab in the Nicobar Islands. Sarah Wright did a glacial study in terms of indigenous perspectives on glaciers in the Andes. Jeroen Alpenchef looked at position of slum dwellers and globally networked rehabilitation strategies in Mumbai. And Yi Jun Tsai looked at predictors of female reproductive success among wild bottlenose dolphins in Western Australia. So the range is quite broad, and we want you to think broadly and outside the box in terms of what you bring to us. And now I'm going to introduce the first of our young explorers presenting. Claire Fiesler is a junior fellow in ocean and coastal policy at Duke University's Nicholas Institute, where she directs a joint project with Belizean partners to assess Belize's new parrotfish conservation laws. Claire received a National Geographic Young Explorers grant to pursue this project, which is also supported by matching funds from Duke. She holds a Master's of Environmental Management from Duke University and a Bachelor's of Science from Georgetown University. She's currently based at Duke's Marine Lab in Beaufort, North Carolina, where she also serves as one of their scientific divers. In addition, Claire also served for 2 years in the Natural History Unit of National Geographic Television. So please give a warm welcome to Claire Fiesler.